Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, spoiler alert, I'm going to be talking about a potential leak from the new upcoming map Classified in Black Ops 4. If you don't want to hear anything about the leak, you can go ahead and click off the video now. I won't be discussing every little detail, but there is one big detail that is setting the community on fire. So this is your warning, last warning. I'm going to start the conversation now. There was a leak. I'm not sure how it became a leak or what the context of, but in this description, the leaker said, quote, I don't know if it's the actual quote. He said, Juggernog seemingly has been removed. This is huge. This is huge. Maybe. Now, let's calm down for a second. Everybody, Redditors, YouTubers, everybody has been talking about this thing as if it's an absolute. They have removed Juggernog from Black Ops 4. I think this is foolish. I think this is nearsighted. There is context needed here. Where did this leaker get this information? Was this leaker playing the actual game? Was this leaked from a developer? Was this leaked from just a footage from somebody else playing the game? There needs to be context. For example, this is one potential possibility of why Juggernog seemingly has been removed. Jason Blundell has said that you can pick which perks go on which map. Jason Blundell has also said that you can utilize custom mutations to change the game and what's within the game. So who's to say that this potential leak came from somebody doing a no-jug challenge? Somebody who says, I want to see how long I can go without Juggernog, and just removed it from the map. Or, just didn't put it in the map where the perk slots go within the map. As Jason Blundell has said, we can do that. Then automatically Jug's still potentially in the game, and this guy was just doing a no-jug challenge, and the community is freaking out for no good reason. So we don't know what's going on with Juggernog in Black Ops 4, but let's just say that they did remove it. Let's talk about that. What would happen? What would Treyarch do? What would their reasoning be for removing Juggernog? Now I'm going to put a video in the cards as well as the link in the description about a video that I have made saying that I think they should remove Juggernog or Quick Revive, or they could remove Juggernog and Quick Revive because, well, you can watch the video, but basically Juggernog and Quick Revive are just the two base standard perks that everybody gets. Of course, there's no Jug challenges. Of course, you don't need Quick Revive. You don't need Jug if you're a good Zombies player. But everybody always gets Juggernog and Quick Revive. So a huge reason for potentially removing those perks and implementing them in other ways other than perks would be to add perk slots so that you can have more variety and more ways to play, which is kind of all of what Black Ops 4 seems to be about, your way of playing, customization, all that sort of good stuff. So how could they implement this? Because Juggernog, believe it or not, I mean, as much as I would like it to not be a crutch perk, it is that way for a reason. Because let's say they removed Juggernog, but they gave it to everybody. You were always a 5-hit down from now on. From start round 1 all the way to the end, you just had Juggernog all the time. This would change early rounds very poorly because there would be almost no threat. Because if you got a 5-hit down, the walkers on round 2 aren't going to get you down. There's no threat. It's just gaining points at that time. And that's really not exciting. You need that Juggernog step. You need to survive for that amount of time to get Juggernog in order to earn it. So we need a way to earn it. Remember this. I'll come back to this concept later. I also think it would be kind of just short-sighted to remove Jug altogether and always have it be a 3 or 4 hit down, because again, that's just kind of not a balanced gameplay. So if we're going to remove Juggernog, we need to re-implement it in a different way. Also in the leaks was a hint about an armor system. Now, there's not a lot of explanation of what this armor system is and the extent of what it is, but the big thing everyone's comparing it to is the World War II Nazi zombie armor system, which makes sense. That's the most recent armor system we've had, but that's from a completely different developer not making this game. So why would Treyarch do that same thing when they themselves had kind of an armor system in their latest Zombies map Revelations. Does anybody remember the helmets? Does anybody remember the wings from Gorod Krovi and the helmets? Helmets were things that Shadows of Evil actually, but they really prevented a lot of things. Actually, they were an armor system, especially in Revelations. Purple Juggernaut gave you extra hit points against all of the enemy types, made you do extra damage against enemy types, and there was some Juggernaut equivalent of it where you would get an extra like 2 or 3 hits from zombies. It was very, very overpowered and it was amazing. But this is more the armor system I think they're going to implement it. Why? Because in Revelations, you had to do these small little quests. They were very easy. They weren't that big. It was mostly shoot or headshot these enemies, shoot these or kill this amount of enemies in order to get this helmet. But some of them were really fun, like collect souls around the map for this thing. One of them was really fun. You had to hit like 935 on the clock and then go collect souls from somewhere else. Very fun little bite-sized Easter eggs, something to do within the map. However, this solves the Juggernog problem, because you don't start off with Juggernog, you open up the map, you do this Easter egg, then you get this helmet, i.e. an armor system, and now you have this armor system without taking up a perk slot, so you have that variety. This is the system that I wholeheartedly believe could replace the Juggernog system. I don't know if they're going to, like I said, could just be a no-jug challenge and we're just freaking out over nothing, but if they were to, I think this is the direction they would take it, because this clears up a perk slot, this keeps that Juggernog type escalation throughout the zombies game in a match, and it is rewarding and the player earns it, just like Juggernog. I'm gonna repeat myself. I think people are overreacting a little bit, and this is why you really shouldn't listen to leaks, even if it is true. Once we figure it out, I'm sure it's not going to be that big of a deal. Treyarch knows what they're doing. Treyarch knows the escalation of a zombies game. They're not completely absurd, or they're not completely blind to the idea that Juggernog is kind of important in the zombies game and that escalation is important in the zombies game. I think they will replace it with a fully functional and fun, rewarding system in place. Though I do reserve the right to change my mind, and this could be the downfall of the zombies game mode, but you never know, you never know. I do have to put this little epilogue here because a lot of people are really emphasizing that this is like the Nazi zombies armor system, and I can understand why they're saying that. It is our most recent kind of armor system we've had, but the thing I think people dislike about the armor system in World War II zombies is the fact that if you get hit more than 3 times and you actually use up an armor space, you have to go buy it back. Now, this is going to be a controversial thing. If this armor system works like it does in Revelations, you just always have it like a perk in Juggernog, then I think it'll be fine. If the armor deteriorates, which, by the way, armor deteriorates in Blackout, and we have armor in multiplayer, so I think this would be kind of a feature they could cross over 2 zombies with the whole armor thing, then it could deteriorate, so that's definitely a possibility. I think that would be difficult to swallow. I think that would be a difficult pill to swallow. Personally, I think the armor system from World War II is great. I know, controversial opinion incoming. I think it rewards the skill players, because if you're skillful, if you don't get hit, you don't purchase the armor, and it doesn't get expensive. If you get hit a lot, if you're sloppy with your gameplay, you have to purchase it a lot, which means you have to spend a lot of points. Could Treyarch implement something like this? Absolutely. Will they? We have no idea. But I do believe that if it is going to be deteriorating armor, then it is going to be an uphill battle for Treyarch to really make the community satisfied. They're going to have to do a lot to make it kind of enjoyable for the community, because Juggernog is just such an iconic part of the zombies game mode at this point. I think this is the perfect time to do it, to be honest. If they will do it, if they will change it, this is the time to do it. New storyline, new perks, new setting, new everything. This is the time to do it. But that's all of the thoughts that I have about the subject right now. Tell me your guys' thoughts about Juggernog. Try to be rational about this. This is a leak from somebody who knew somebody who plays somebody who saw this thing somewhere. We don't know the context of this situation. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this could be easily explained somewhere else. We saw Juggernog in the pre-alpha footage of Blood of the Dead. I didn't, but I heard it was there. But yeah, there is that. So tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until the next absolutely beautiful Zombies morning, I'll catch up with you guys later. And as always, stay beautiful.